Hey guys, welcome back to another Jurassic live video. So today we're going to go over the 1.9 migrations. So for those of you that haven't already checked, they have been updated in the field guide. So let's just go over them for those who haven't checked them out yet, and I'll give my humble opinion about these migrations, right? So honestly, overall, not a huge migration, but let's go over them nonetheless. So for global anytime, this means this spawns anywhere, anytime. The dinos would be the commons, Irritator, and Nudasuchus, rares, Nodosaurus, Utahraptor, and then epics, Baryonyx, Spino Gen 2, and Rex. So I don't think much changed here. So you still got your Barry, Spino, and Rex that are anytime spawns, which are all solid spawns. Although Barry, I mean, Trios is extremely powerful this patch, so you know, Barry's decent, but also, like, it's been a global spawn for a while now, and not really difficult to dart either. So I know a lot of folks that have just so much Baryonyx DNA, like they can't even use it. So there's that. Moving on to the day, dawn, dusk only. So the non-night spawns are Amarga and Apatosaurus and Ornithomimus. So nothing too much different there as well. Overall, not the and my dog is going crazy. Not too much changes there either. Here's where we got a new spawn here for only dawn and dusk global. So I got Dimorphodon and the Terrorbird. So the new Terrorbird only spawns during dawn and dusk. A lot of people have been asking me this one. It spawns everywhere during dawn and dusk, so it should be literally everywhere, and it just doesn't spawn during the day or the nighttime, right? It's only that short period of dawn and dusk. Moving on to the nighttime spawns, Capro, Tarbo, and Velociraptor, your same staple, standard nighttime global spawns. And then let's go over the daily migrations. So for Monday, you should see, these are global again, global anytime, but only for Monday, Hatchiopteryx, Smilodon, and Tubodactylus. Tuesday, Anki Gen 2, Elasmotherium, and Prostrathamimus. Wednesday, Ankylodon, Maiasaur, and Ophiuchodon. Thursday, Marsupial Lion, Pertaurus, and Tanicolagrius. Friday, Edmontoguandon, Iguanodon, and Rex Gen 2. Saturday, Darwinopterus, Indom Gen 2, Perlith, and Stegosaurus. And then Sunday, Ankylosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and Entelodon, and Triceratops. So the new pig is out on Sundays, and Indom Gen 2 is out on Saturdays, which you could also fuse for, but you know, it's just it's an extremely low rate, so don't be expecting to see this too often on the map, although it would be really cool if you see it on the map, because Indom looks pretty cool on the map. So moving on, so for the first local, the first zone, the anytime spawns would be Brachy, Draftine, Majundasuchus, Majungasaurus, Turjangosaurus, Stegoceratops, and Sinoceratops. So overall, decent epics. I'd say, you know, Brachy, one of the more useful epics in the game at the moment. The hybrid Argentinosaurus is a top tier dino in the game. Definitely top 3 in the game. Sinoceratops lost a lot in this meta, and both its hybrids are kind of underwhelming at the moment. But you know, it's still good DNA to stock up if they ever get better in the future. So there's that. Kong's hybrid's not too enticing, right? So for the day dawn dusk spawns, you got Kong, Dinocyrus, Dime Gen 2, Megalosaurus, and Postosuchus. So Dinocyrus, Dime Gen 2, not the greatest commons. Their hybrids are kind of mediocre as well in this meta. Mega is very mediocre, the hybrid, and Postosuchus is pretty decent. Post-Metrodon got a decent buff. Triceratops is huge in this meta, right? In terms of the other stuff, Draft Titans hybrid kind of sucks. Majundasuchus, not the greatest thing in the world. Majungasaurus, not great. Stegoceratops, epic hybrids, don't expect to see them anyways. And Turjangosaurus, one hybrid is probably one of the worst epics in the game. The other one, Argentinosaurus, is pretty good. As for the nighttime raptor spawn, for Area 1, I don't know why they call it Area 1. But for local 1, it's Echo, which is the best one at the moment for the rares, just because it makes Indom Gen 2, which then makes Indoraptor Gen 2, which is Indoraptor Gen 2, one of the best dinos in the game at the moment. So there's that. Local 2, Dracorex, still got that. Ioneosuchus, Ioneosaurus, Urlicosaurus, Gorgosaurus, Postmetrodon, Rajasaurus. Not too much change here as well. Gorgo, not useful. Postmetrodon, again, epic hybrid, don't expect too much of it. Raja, still makes Dioraja, Rajakaila and Dioraja, which is great. Urlicosaurus, Earldom, that's great. Ioneosaurus, Ioneosuchus, pretty bad dispatch. And Dracorex makes Uterenex, which is also not that great dispatch. Moving on to the Dawn, Dusk, and Daytime spawns in Local 2. Got Dracorex Gen 2, Urlicosaurus Gen 2, Euphocephalus, a Pyroraptor, Quetzal. Draco Gen 2 still makes Dracostera, which is still a top tier unit in the game. Urlicosaurus Gen 2 makes Urlicospix, which is, again, another top tier unit in the game. The Euphocephalus makes Amargacephalus, which then makes Trigodiscus, which is kind of underwhelming, this patch. Very underwhelming, actually. Pyroraptor makes Pyrrhitator, which then makes Magna, which is great, but most folks don't have any problems with Pyroraptor DNA. It's always Irritator DNA, right? So it doesn't matter. Quetzal makes Quetzarion, which then makes it makes Terraquetzal and then makes Quetzarion, which was really good last patch, but is kind of mediocre this patch. The Night Spawn is Charlie, which is whatever. Moving on to Local 3, you got Dimetrodon, Diplocalus, Diplitator, Edmontosaurus, Molophosaurus, Stegodontosaurus, Spinoraptor. Spinoraptor, Epic, Hybrid, it doesn't matter. Stegodontosaurus makes Ardon, which then makes Ardona Maxima, which is, again, top 3 dino in the game. Monolophosaurus, Monomimus, to Terravexus, which Terravexus got a bit better, but it's still mediocre, again. Monoceratops is okay, I guess. And Edmontosaurus makes Monoguandon, which is kind of terrible in this patch. Diplitator, not that great. Diplocalus, not that useful. Dimetrodon makes Postmetron, and also makes Magna, which Postmetron also makes Rajonix. So Dimetrodon is great this patch. In terms of the Dawn Dusk dinos, got Allosaurus, Argentinosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Colosuchus, and Triceratops Gen 2. I don't know why these are day spawns. These look more like night spawns to me, honestly, but I don't think we really have any local night rares anymore. So other than the Raptor Squad, plus whatever's in Local 4, right? Allosaurus makes Allocyno, which then makes Thorodolosaur, which is mediocre in this patch. Argentinosaurus, again, this is probably one of the most important DNA this patch. Makes Ardontosaurus, then makes Ardona Maxima. Again, third time I've said it because that has 3 ingredients. Top 3 dino in the game. Dilophosaurus makes Dylorano, which makes Dilorak, which was great and now is mediocre. Colosuchus makes Scolosaurus, which is just terrible. And then Trash Gen 2 makes Dracostera, which again is one of the best dinos in the game. Delta is an okay non-hybrid, but then again, not too relevant. Moving on to Local 4, I got Carnotaurus, Gorgosuchus, Kentrosaurus, Rhinosaurus, Spinosaurus, and Suchomimus and Suchodator. Gorgosuchus, Epic Hybrid, not relevant. Kentrosaurus makes Ankentro, which then makes Trico, which is still great. Rhino makes Dylorano, which then makes Dilorak, which again, not that great this patch. Carnotaurus makes Purtaurus, which then makes Carnotarchus, which is really, really good, but again, you probably won't be lacking Carno DNA in comparison to Pursaurus DNA. Spinosaurus makes Spinoraptor, which makes Spinosuchus, which kind of got hurt a lot this patch as well. Suchomimus makes Suchotator, which then makes Thylacotator, which is great. Suchotator kind of sucks this patch. Moving on to the Dawn Dusk. The dinos got Diplo Gen 2, Gryposuchus, Cool Gen 2, Monolophosaurus, Parasaurolophus. Gryposuchus makes Grypolith, which is really, really good this patch. Colosuchus, Colobritannia, and then makes Gemini Titan, which is, again, another top 3 dino in the game. But on the other hand, you probably, of all the ingredients, Diplodocus and Rambor and Cool Gen 2 would be the one that no one really cares about because you'll have so much of Cool Gen 2 in comparison to the other 2 ingredients. Diplo Gen 2, not that relevant. Monolophosaurus, again, the hybrid isn't that relevant. Parasaurolophus makes Paramaloc, which then makes Tormaloc, which again is one of the worst uniques in this patch. Also mixed Tragodiscus, which again lost a lot of viability this patch as well, so that kind of sucks. Scaphanapus is a decent, rare, non-hybrid that doesn't have a hybrid. So again, not too relevant, but you know, if it ever gets a hybrid, it might be really good. Moving on to park spawns. So park spawns, anytime you got Margocephalus, Brontolasmus, Lythronax, and Pteranodon, and Sarcosuchus. Margoceph is again mixed Tragodiscus, which again mediocre. Got hurt a lot of this patch. Third time I've said it. Brontolasmus is pretty fun to use. You know, great dino overall. Lythronax makes Perlith, which then makes Rarepelith, which is great. Pteranodon, the hybrid again kind of sucks right now. Sarcosuchus makes Sarcosuchus, which is a decent epic hybrid, right? So moving on to the Day Dawn Dusk spawns for parks. Carboemes, Dimodecalus, Notapatosaurus, Persian 2, Tenontosaurus, Wurosaurus. Again, epic hybrids. Same thing with Brontolasmus actually. Not that relevant, just because, you know, super low spawn rate, and it's just better to fuse them anyways. In terms of Carboemes, Smileemes is great. The other hybrid, Carboceratops, kind of sucks. And Periosaurus Gen 2, again, Crypolith, great. Tenontosaurus, Tenontorex, which is fine. It's, you know, Tenontorex is always in a really weird position anyways. Wurosaurus, that makes Carnotaurus, which is great. Moving on to the nest spawns, nothing really changed here. They've been they rarely change nest spawns. Just some notable changes here. You got an aquarium spawn now with Carboemes. Let's see what else. Everything else seems. Let's see, any of the new dinos maybe there might be changes. Police station, restaurants. Whenever the Raptors, post office, no, they're post office. I thought they were in police stations. I was like, what the heck? Restaurants, schools, transit station, travel agency, and yeah. So I guess the only new one was Carboemes here. But yeah, that's all the spawns. Again, all locals. If I really want to compare them, I mean, Local 4 is not bad, honestly. Local 3 is great. Local 3 is probably the best local this patch. Local 2 is not bad either. Like, none of them are terrible. They're all decent, but Local 3 does stand out a bit over the other ones. Let's see what the heck was in Local 1 again. Brachy. Yeah, no. Local 1 might be the worst one, but then again, Brachy is very useful. So again, Trajango is great as well, right? Again, none of the locals are just outright bad. It's just, you know, just different locals have different stuff you need. Travel around, grab all the stuff you need, and I don't know, make your dinos. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys don't have this app already, just download it on the App Store / whatever the heck you guys use on Android. It's called the JWA Field Guide. Got all that information on there, so I don't have to do these in the future. But like, all honestly, like, come on, I'll have to do these in the future. People will keep on asking. People, you know, new folks to the game who don't know about this. And also, if you want my unsolicited opinion of the spawns, I could still do these as well. So anyways, again, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know what you think about these migrations in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.